Hello everyone. Our objective for today is students will be able to factorize quadratic polynomials. Let's see how to do this with a few examples. The first example that I'm taking is m square minus 14m plus 13. The coefficient of the first term is 1. I'm going to multiply this with the constant term. 1 multiplied by 13 gives me 13. Now, I need to find two factors of 13 such that when I add those two factors, I should get this coefficient of the middle term, that is minus 14. So what are such two factors that when I add them gives me minus 14? So the two factors can be minus 13 and minus 1. Minus 13 multiplied by minus 1 gives me 13, and minus 13 plus minus 1 gives me minus 14. So I need not write this coefficient 1, so I can write m square minus 13m minus 1m plus 13. Right, so the middle term minus 14m, I'm writing it as minus 13m minus 1m. Now, I'm going to look at the first two terms together, next two terms together. In the first two terms, I see m is common. Inside the bracket is m minus 13. When I open the bracket, I should get my previous step. So m square, m multiplied by minus 13 minus 13m. So you can see that when I open the bracket, I get this back. Minus 1 common between these two. And inside the bracket, m minus 13 again. So this bracket is common to both. So I get m minus 13. And what remains is m minus 1. So these are the factors of my polynomial m square minus 14m plus 13. Let us take another example. 3x square minus x minus 10. I'm going to multiply the first coefficient 3 with minus 10. 3 multiplied by minus 10 is minus 30. Now I want to look for two factors of minus 30 such that when I add those two factors, I should get the coefficient of the middle term, that is minus 1. So what are such two factors? The two factors can be minus 6 and plus 5. Minus 6 multiplied by 5 gives me minus 30, and minus 6 plus 5 gives me minus 1. So the middle term has a negative sign. So we should choose the bigger number also with the negative sign. So I get 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10. I'm choosing the first two terms. Next two terms, I'm taking 3x common from the first two terms. In the first term, there'll be x left in the bracket minus 2 left in the bracket. So if I can open the bracket to confirm, 3x multiplied by x is 3x square. 3x multiplied by minus 2 is minus 6x. Then 5 common in the next two terms, x minus 2 again. So x minus 2, and what remains is 3x plus 5 in the other bracket. Let's take the next example. We have x square minus 15x plus 54. This is 1 here. Whenever there is no coefficient, the coefficient is 1. I'm going to multiply with 54. 1 multiplied by positive 54 is 54. I want to look for two factors of 54 such that when I add those two factors, I should get the coefficient of the middle term, that is minus 15. So what are such two factors? They can be minus 9 and minus 6. Minus 9 and minus 6 both are negative. So when they multiply each other, you will get positive 54. And when they are added, I will get minus 15. So x square, I'm splitting the middle term as minus 9x minus 6x plus 54. Club first two terms, next two terms. I take x common, x minus 9, minus 6 common, x minus 9. I can open and check. I should get the previous step. Minus 6x minus 6 multiplied by minus 9 is plus 54. So x minus 9 multiplied by x minus 6. Let's do the next question. X square plus x minus 20. The coefficient of the first term is 1. I'm multiplying that with minus 20. I get minus 20. I want to find two factors of minus 20 such that when I add those two factors, I should get the middle coefficient, that is 1. So what are such two factors of minus 20? They can be 5 and minus 4. When they are multiplied, positive number multiplied by negative number gives a negative number, so minus 20. And when I'm adding 5 minus 4, I'm getting 1, and the bigger number sign is positive, so I should get plus 1. So x square, I'm splitting this middle term as plus 5x minus 4x minus 20. X plus 5 minus 4x plus 5. So I get x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 4. Let us go to the next question. 2y square plus 27y plus 13. 2 multiplied by 13 is 26. I'm going to look for two factors of 26 such that when I add those, I should get the coefficient of the middle term, that is 27. So these two factors are going to be 26 and 1. And 26 plus 1 is giving me 27. So I'm going to write 2y square, middle term, I will split as 26y plus 1y plus 13. These two terms, 2y common, y plus 13 plus 1, y plus 13. So I'm going to get y plus 13 multiplied by 2y plus 1. Let's do one last question. X square plus 8x minus 48. First term is 1 multiplied by minus 48 gives me minus 48. I'm looking for two factors of minus 48 such that when I add them, I should get the coefficient of the middle term, that is 8. And these factors for me are going to be 12 and 4, 12 and minus 4. 12 multiplied by minus 4 gives me minus 48. And 12 plus minus 4 gives me 8. You get the sign of the bigger number, that is positive. So x squared plus 12x minus 4x minus 48. X is common in the first two terms inside the bracket x plus 12. Minus 4 is common in the next two terms inside the bracket x plus 12. So I get x plus 12 multiplied by x minus 4. So these are the factors of this quadratic polynomial. I hope this is clear. Thank you.